You woken up yet? No. Well, he'll have some questions to answer when he does.
Well, I'm more concerned about him making a full recovery.
He might. I'm not so sure about King and Sons. If he cut corners over that JCB, you'll be in serious trouble.
Oh, sorry to have kept you waiting.
I didn't know you cared.
Well, that's where you're wrong. Jimmy's recovery means a lot to me.
Hey, Dad. Well, that's fantastic news. Yeah, we're on our way. Jimmy's starting to wake up. Come on.
What are you doing here?
I'm looking after Mum.
Oh, no, you don't. We don't want you here.
I want to help.
Feeling guilty, are you?
Oh, please, don't.
You make Dawn's life a misery. You've got the nerve to sit here and pretend that you care.
I did care about her. And I did everything that I could to try and save her.
Yeah, but you weren't the only one. You'd do anything, won't you, to get back in this family? You'll even exploit my daughter's death.
Dad, I don't think he is.
Jamie, you did just as much to save Dawn as he did.
I'll go.
Oh, you don't have to.
Don't bother coming back.
Hey, come on. You've got to eat a bit of something.
What did you do that for, you stupid boy? TJ, I'm sorry, TJ.
Jean, I need you.
Hey, they found another body in the rubble.
Yeah, that fella, I know.
No, there's a third victim, female.
Who is it?
Don't know, they're appealing for information. Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
How's Diane today?
Oh, she's on the mend. I'm bringing her home later on.
That's great.
Good.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't think so, but thanks.
Well, I just thought, while you're at the hospital, maybe Victoria could make the place look nice. We could tidy up, maybe get some flowers. What do you think? You might get held up, Jack. You wouldn't have to worry about Victoria then, would you?
Are you sure you don't mind?
No, I'd like to help.
All right, Victoria?
Suppose so.
What's going on?
He's breathing on his own now.
He said what state he'll be in when he wakes up.
They don't know. There's still a risk of brain damage, and he might have some paralysis.
He's tough. I'm sure he'll pull through.
Oh, yeah, the doctors are pleased with his progress. She said that if all goes well, he'll wake up gradually over the next few hours.
And then what?
Will he be able to talk?
He should be. Though I doubt he'll make much sense to begin with.
No change there, then.
Cheeky pig.
Well, look, if it's going to take a while, I'll leave you to it.
We've only just got here.
Well, I need to go and see Ivan at the yard. And I could pop into Home Farm and see how Edna's coping.
Yeah, all right, thanks.
Tom, I really do care about what happens to him.
You're not planning your funeral today?
Not at this minute, no.
I understand why you want to do it.
No, I won't say how else till I'm ready.
I was thinking, we could take Samson back to Scarborough. You know, for a bit of an holiday.
We've got nowhere to stay after what happened with Chug Spokes.
Hey, I know a bloke owns a caravan site up there. He'd do you a deal.
Can't really plan that too far ahead.
I'm only talking about next month.
I think I'm better staying at home.
Look, why don't I give me mate a bell? See if you can't sort you out with one of them deluxe numbers. They're like 5-star hotels. You'll not have to pay a penny. He owes me.
Great. You could manage a few days.
We've got a lot of capital tied up in this development. There's bound to be an inquiry. Job could take months before it's finished. And we cannot afford to wait that long.
Seems awful talking about business when folks have died.
What if we don't have a business? Perhaps we could sell the fabric on. Maybe use it on a few other jobs. What do you think?
I suppose so. It's good stuff.
Maybe you can check out the contract. Make sure we can extricate ourselves. What is it?
I just thought. Where's Dell? I haven't heard from her since the accident. You don't think it's her that was under the rubble?
Unless it was a ghost who phoned in sick again.
Why didn't you tell us?
I hadn't got round to it.
Well, if it isn't Dell, who is it?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, what about Noreen? She hasn't showed her face since it happened.
And more besides, no doubt. See if you can dig out the contract.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Pet.
You back for good?
Yeah, I checked myself out.
Could have stayed for another couple of days.
Don't start.
We bought you some flowers. It was Katie's idea.
I don't want any fuss.
Come on, sit down. I'll get you a cup of tea.
No, I'll do it.
I don't want any tea, thank you.
How about a piece of cake?
No tea, no cake. All right?
We bought it specially.
We'll have some later, when Diane's had a bit of a rest.
I'm sorry.
Right, where are we going?
Not on my account.
No, I've got things to do.
Well, thanks for everything. I appreciate it.
I'm just glad you're okay. See you later. She wanted to make things nice for you.
Where are you going?
Up to my room.
I handled that well, didn't I?
She'll understand.
Oh, wish I did. Poor Jean must be going through hell. I should go and see her.
You're all in good time.
I got your message.
I didn't know where else to turn to.
He wouldn't eat his breakfast.
Then I started shouting at him.
Well, that's not going to help.
I know that. Just, I kept thinking of Dawn. She wouldn't have this problem. I feel so useless.
Where is he?
He's upstairs having a nap.
I'll go up and see him.
Scott's had no right to do that. He'll do anything to get his own way. He knows that we're grieving, Viv. And he just saw his chance.
Why don't you sit down, drink this?
I know that I've been a rubbish dad, but with Dawn, I thought that I got something right. But I've made a mess of that as well.
No, you didn't.
I couldn't protect her. What was the point of being a parent if you can't protect your children?
Oh, Bob, don't do this to yourself, please.
You know, I thought that one day she'd find somebody new. And maybe she'd get married again. And I'd be able to walk her down the aisle. And that would be the proudest day of my life. I'm not going to be able to walk her down the aisle, am I? I'm going to put flowers on her grave.
Jimmy, it's me, it's your dad. You're gonna be all right, son. You're gonna be fine, thank God.
Can't seem to get rid of you, mate, can we?
Steady. Yeah. She was here. She's thinking of you. Steady.
You were in an accident. The house, it...
What?
What's he on about?
I couldn't make it out.
Why did he mention Sadie?
You don't know what he's talking about. Doctor said he might not make much sense, remember?
I just want you to know how sorry I am. Dawn was a smashing kid.
Yes, she was.
And it's so unfair. If anyone had to die, it should have been me. She had a whole life ahead of her. I've had my turn. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? No, of course not. I'm sorry. Maybe now's not a good time. No, it isn't. And there'll never be a good time. My child is dead. And I wish it was you. I wish it was you lying on a slab instead of her. And if I could click my fingers and make it happen, I would. So don't you tell me how awful you feel. I'm not interested.
Hey. Well, there's no point in blaming Diane. It was my fault, like you said.
I shouldn't have said that.
If I hadn't been so petty, she'd have been in Cornwall.
And if I'd stayed in Spain, if we hadn't got involved, if there'd been another flight. If.
I didn't expect them to see her come through the door.
Noreen! Noreen, it's me, Val! Noreen! Noreen!
She'll not thank you for this.
Yeah, well, she can curse us all she likes as long as I know she's all right.
What you doing?
It's either this or smashing the window.
The last time we were here, I got hit with a broom.
Don't tell me all this came today.
I'll check upstairs.
How was Jean? Okay, hey. Come on, it's all right, it's all right. There, come on.
Now, we were fully booked, but I've persuaded him to free up a caravan in the second week of August. I said you'd give him a ring. Don't forget to mention me.
Thanks.
Told you. I won't feel up to going away.
But Eli's gone to a lot of trouble now. And Samson would love it.
I know, and so would I.
Well then.
Look, I haven't been feeling right well. I know I haven't been well for ages, but these last few days I've been getting worse.
You never said.
Oh, I was hoping it had passed, but it hadn't. I've been getting these headaches and the eyesight's going blurry.
Maybe it's some sort of bug.
No, Sam.
I see you're keeping well out of the way.
Yeah, well, it's pretty heavy in there, you know.
Oh, you're a brave boy. You should be able to handle that.
Just trying to get through the day, that's all.
I saw you when the house collapsed. You did nothing except wet yourself. It was me that went back in there to try and save Dawn, not you. And now, you're walking around as if you're some kind of hero. Yeah? So you don't deny it, then?
Shock. I couldn't move, that's the truth.
You bottled it. And you told Bob that you risked your life.
You've seen what he's like. He's all over the place.
You lied. And now you got me thrown out of my own home.
Scott, get off it!
You're going to tell him?
You lied tonight.
What was all that about?
That's nothing. Just forget it.
Hello. We've come about that body that was in the papers. You know, the one that can't be identified from the house.
There's probably nothing in it, but...
Do you think you might know who it is?
Well, I hope I'm wrong, but she was at the do and I haven't seen her since. And we've just been to her house and there was no sign of her.
Would you describe her for me?
Her name's Noreen Bell. She's tiny, you know, a bit shriveled like you get when you're old. She'd be well over 70, but it's hard to tell exactly. Wears a daft wig. I'm always teasing her about it.
We've got the victim's personal effects. Do you know if Miss Bell had any relatives?
No, not that I know of.
Would you be prepared to take a look at them?
What are you doing?
just keeping an eye on the office. Edna had to pop out. So, how was he? Did he come round?
For a few minutes, no more.
Well, he's going to be all right.
So far, so good.
So there's, no brain damage. He'll be able to speak again.
He said a couple of things, but nothing that made any sense.
He's going to recover. That's all that matters. If he died, well, it would have destroyed your dad.
Yeah, it would.
But now he's got the whole family around him again. And we'll get through this together.
What are you doing here?
You rang the health centre.
No, I wanted the doctor to see Alice.
Let the nurse in, son.
What about the doctor? Will she be coming later?
I work very closely with Dr. Abbott. She knows I'm coming. We're both going to do our best to alleviate Alice's symptoms.
You know all this, son?
I wanted to feel better so we can go on holiday.
You make me a cup of juice, eh?
How you feeling, Alice?
Well, I've been getting these really bad headaches and my eyesight's going blurry.
Well, let's have a look at your medication and see if we can adjust it to help with the symptoms.
Thank you.
Are you rang him yet?
We won't be going.
Was it?
I can't concentrate.
Well, why don't we go for a walk and get some fresh air?
Maybe later. They found another body. No one knows who it is.
I know, I saw that.
It could have been you.
Yes, but it wasn't.
You've never told me how you survived.
Because I don't know. I mean, it all happened so suddenly. It was confusing, terrifying.
You said that you hadn't seen Jimmy. But when they pulled him out, he was close to you.
Oh, Matthew, I don't want to relive it.
I'm trying to understand what happened, that's all. You were lucky. Others weren't.
I was in the lounge, talking to Danny, and then it happened. It was terrible.
I know. And it's affected you, I can see that.
In what way?
You've been on edge, tense.
Is any wonder? I nearly died.
I didn't mean to upset you. It's just the thought of losing you after everything we've been through.
You're not going to lose me. But what I need now is a hug, not a cross-examination.
Diane will be fine.
But it wasn't fair. She was trying to be kind. I said I wish she was dead.
She'll understand.
Sometimes all I want to do is to forget. If only for a few seconds. Does that sound terrible?
No, it doesn't.
How are you doing? My heart's beating, breathing. Don't know why.
Well, there's nothing I can say to make you feel better. But there is something you should know, and it might as well be now. It's about the accident.
What about it?
Well, 3 weeks ago, someone swung the arm of a JCB into the show home.
Yeah, I know, I heard about it. What, do you think it might be linked to the collapse?
And I can't have done it much good. I told the bloke from the health and safety. It's up to him to decide.
How much damage did it cause?
I don't know.
Yeah, but if the house wasn't safe, then it should never have been opened.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what the Kings are like. If the opening would have been delayed, it would have cost them money. They'd never do that, would they?
You've every right to know why your daughter died.
He killed her, didn't he?
Long time no see.
Said you had a proposition.
Thought we could have a little chat first.
Never mind that. He said something about 200 quid.
I want to know about you and Sadie.
Oh.
Have you been having an affair?
Why don't you ask her?
Because I'm asking you.
Well, even if I had, I wouldn't say I'm a gentleman.
Don't push your luck.
Well, she's a right go. You should know that.
Tell me yes or no.
I'd say you were feeling a tad insecure.
You're all talk. She won't go near a piece of filth like you.
Believe what you like. You might change your mind when you've seen them photos. Ask your Jimmy. He'll show you 'em.